Hello, and welcome to the Disability Support Services Workshop on Test-Taking Strategies. Thank you for joining us. We hope you find this information helpful in support of your academic journey at Cal State Fullerton. Our learning objectives for this workshop will include the following: 12 things to do before an exam, 5 things to do during an exam, strategies for online exams, and digital tools and applications. We would like to begin our workshop today with 12 things we recommend doing before taking an exam. Finding your ideal study space is key as part of successfully preparing for an exam. It is recommended to find a comfortable place where you can easily focus and concentrate, with little to no distractions. Establishing a routine is another important aspect of studying, including in the same place, same time, and on the same days. It is encouraged to find a space that aligns with your personal learning style. Some people learn better with background noise and surrounded by people, while others thrive in quiet, private spaces. It is important to give yourself enough time to study. Cramming rarely provides positive results. We recommend breaking up study sessions into short increments and scheduling specific times. It is also important to find a balance. Some exams may need more study time than others, and we encourage incorporating study breaks. Another recommendation in preparation for taking exams is to create your own quizzes from lectures given in class, study notes, and readings. It is important to not only rely on what is studied from PowerPoint slides and textbooks, and quizzing yourself helps you understand material in a deeper way. Visual aids such as creating flowcharts and diagrams can also be helpful to quickly recall everything you need to know for upcoming exams. These visual aid formats provide a brief summary of main topics discussed in class. Practicing former exam information can be a very helpful resource to become familiar with the format of the exam questions, including multiple choice, matching, short answer, and essay exam formats. Reviewing past exams can also assure you become aware of balancing the right amount of time for each type of question and not spending too much time on any particular question. One of the best ways to retain information is to explain it to other people. A person can retain up to 90% of what has been learned when they teach it to someone else. Discussing exam review material can also help gauge how much you understand the material and how to respond on future exams. Using flashcards can be a very time-efficient study tool, as it is formatted to easily sift through while also providing an inexpensive mobile option to study on the go. Flashcards engage the mind in active recall, remembering concepts from scratch. It can also be very helpful to have a friend quiz you instead of learning terms on your own. Spaced repetition proves to be one of the most effective ways to study, and flashcards is a prime example of using this method. It begins with studying your flashcards for 30 minutes, taking a 5-minute break, and studying again. During the first round of studying, review all the flashcards and place them in 2 piles, know and don't know. During the second round of studying, go through the don't know pile again, mixing up the order. If you are still not retaining the term information, write terms in a sentence and review the textbook. Wait 1 to 2 days and repeat the study process again. Taking breaks can be an underestimated strategy when preparing for class exams. Studying for repeated long hours is counterproductive, and taking breaks provides the mind the ability to retain long-term knowledge needed to be successful on course exams. The amount of study time needed can be different for each person, depending on your study routine and schedule. It is recommended to take a 30-minute break for every 2 hours of studying, or to take a 5-minute break for every 30 minutes of studying. Another support strategy when preparing for exams is to organize study groups with class peers. Study groups are encouraged to be 2 to 4 people at most. It is encouraged to choose peers who show the same level of dedication to the course as you, who participate in class and take good notes. It is important to stick with planned study meetings, and it can be helpful to stay organized by assigning a group leader to lead a lesson at each meeting. While not a preferred method for everyone, study groups can be very productive and time efficient when executed properly. It is very important to eat before your exams. What you eat can really impact your energy levels and focus during an exam. Stay away from junk food and try reaching for fish, nuts, seeds, yogurt, and blueberries as some examples of foods good for concentration and memory. Various studies have shown that peppermint, for example, helps a person focus when test taking or any activity requiring concentration. Peppermint has also been found to increase alertness and lower stress. While sugar and caffeine may sound appealing, it can make your energy levels crash later and affect exams and needed alertness for other commitments. It is highly encouraged to have a plan in place for the day of each exam. The level of preparation will determine the level of your success when completing the exam. Make sure to have all of your needed materials ready and prepare them days ahead of time before the exam. Try to arrive to class at least 15 to 20 minutes early, especially if you are feeling anxious, and prepare your seat and space for when the exam will begin. Also, stay hydrated and stay away from junk food. Eating nutritious food and drinking plenty of water will provide a slow release of energy throughout the day and help the brain perform at its best. The last suggestion we can share when preparing for a future exam is to assure you are getting enough sleep. Being well rested is essential for your brain to work at its best and will make you feel more ready and alert to take on tasks. Next, we would like to move into 5 things we highly recommend doing during an exam. First, we recommend reading all exam instructions carefully. Be sure to indicate your answers exactly as specified in the instructions. For example, be sure to pay attention if the question is multiple choice versus fill in the blank or matching terms. Also, if your instructor has not indicated whether there is a penalty for guessing, ask your professor for clarification to not lose further points. Secondly, it is important to divide and budget your time. Be prepared to find questions that are easier and identify those that are more difficult. Answer the easier questions first, place a star or mark next to the questions that are difficult, and pass on them for now. Plan an appropriate amount of time to go back and answer the more difficult questions. Next, be aware of any negative statements you are telling yourself during the exam. Examples include statements such as, "I'm failing," or "I didn't study for this and the test is too hard for me." Negative statements can increase anxiety, such as feeling you are the only person having trouble when likely others in the class may also be struggling with different parts of the exam. An example of reframing a negative statement may include, "I have been feeling worried. However, I have studied hard for this exam and I am determined to do my best." The last 2 suggestions we recommend during the exam include focusing on the exam and yourself. Do your best to not be concerned with what other students around you are doing. Also, review your answers, watching out for things you may have missed or skipped over. As part of this workshop, we would also like to review strategies for approaching online exams. There are several things we recommend in preparation for your online exams. Find a quiet place where you will not be interrupted. Notify family members or roommates of your exam to stay focused and to not disrupt your exam. Turn off all phone notifications, TV, or anything that may divert your attention away from your exam. Gather all materials needed, including books, notes, and any other materials allowed. If available, complete any practice quizzes provided or review any old exams. Study in advance and know the material prior to beginning each exam. Even though the exam may be open book and/or open notes, timed exams do not allow for searching and learning as you go. Master the material ahead of time to maximize your test score. Review the format and parameters of the exam, such as how much time will you have to complete the test? Is there a set day and time to complete the test, or can it be completed at any point within a window of time? What is the format of the test? Multiple choice, short answers, fill-in responses, or essays? It is also very important to check your technology and ensure your computer is set up to handle what is required for each exam. Review the website where the exam link is located. Check your web camera to assure it is working if you are being proctored on video. Review software needed, any computer updates or downloads that may be required. It is recommended to sit near a power source and check if your computer is fully charged. Also, check if your Wi-Fi internet connection is stable and explore support if needed. And finally, take a deep breath. Before beginning each exam, take a moment to relax and get focused. We would also like to share some helpful suggestions to put into practice during online exams. Sometimes we may get distracted and do not have the in-person reminder when attending on-campus courses. We encourage setting reminders to assure you do not miss an online exam. It is very important to monitor your time when completing online tests. It can also be helpful to estimate how much time you may need to complete each question before beginning an online exam, and set a 10-minute warning to let you know how much time you have left. We recommend only keeping your exam computer window open when taking online tests. Having other computer windows open can be perceived as cheating and can slow down your response time when answering questions, which can take away from your overall time allowed. It is also recommended to allow time for review and check your work before submitting your online exam. We highly discourage cheating, as this can result in not passing an exam, possibly failing a course, and having to face consequences from the university that may hinder your student status. Lastly, do not forget to fully submit your exam. After a stressful exam, it can be such a relief to complete all of the questions and be finished, but be sure to fully submit the exam responses and receive a confirmation. At any point, if you are experiencing technical difficulties or have any concerns when navigating through an online exam, it is important to contact your professor as soon as possible. We would like to conclude this workshop with digital resources and applications to help support preparing for exams. Here we have several listed digital resources that can help in preparation for studying towards future exams, including Quizlet, which is an online application allowing you to create digital flashcards, quizzes, practice tests, matching games, and even auditory tools. You can create your own flashcards, including adding images and audio, or review existing flashcards available. Quizlet is cloud-based, allowing you to sync your flashcards and study materials across all your devices. Study Buddy is an electronic app resembling a buddy that keeps you on track while studying. It holds you accountable by showing you the breakdown of how you actually spend your time. Simple Mind helps you improve your memory of exam information, using mind maps for brainstorming and keeping track of ideas. Study Blue connects students together through similar learning goals and subjects, allowing them to share and access flashcards, study guides, and more. This tool can even connect students in specific classes, letting them message each other and collaborate on projects. Self-Control is a free resource for macOS, allowing you to block your own access to distracting websites and anything else on the internet. Just set a period of time to block for and click Start. Until that timer expires, you will be unable to access blocked sites, even if you restart your computer or delete the application. Exam Countdown is a free app to keep track of and organize test dates through a daily countdown, color-coding exams and notifications stored all in one place. Brainscape, spelled BRAINSCAPE, is a resource allowing for creating flashcards, sharing them with friends, and syncing flashcards between mobile devices. This application is available on iPhone and Android devices. Go Concur, spelled GOCONCUR, is a mind mapping resource creating a web of information that breaks down broad subjects into smaller topics. The site also has numerous other helpful features like flashcards, a note-taking platform, self-created quizzes, study planner, a collaboration tool, and a way to track how much you're learning. We have also included a resource video link on the 9 best scientific study tips available on our DSS website along with this video training. We would like to thank you for attending our workshop today. Please contact Disability Support Services with any questions regarding this workshop at 657-278-3112 or by email at dsservices@fullerton.edu. For more information regarding support options through Disability Support Services, please visit our website at fullerton.edu/DSS.